have been cut off. Now that includes Serere district, where examinations literally failed to get there.
Where can I find that guy? Rain.
The Rain.
And I thank him because he's now exposing what has been hidden all along. Because I mean, the things that have been talked about, and I mean, people are thinking government was like, you're just politicking, the journalists are just politicking, I mean, this opposition, but now this is it. I'm telling you, everything is almost shutting down because of rains. Now, suppose it continues up to maybe Jan or February. What is going to happen? Now, it has posed a great threat to almost every project. When you look at the jam that has been happening ever since this month began in town, it is unbelievable because of, I mean, they're trying to fix this road. I don't know why they are doing everything at a go, and it's like as if it is taking government by surprise. It's like they didn't know that El Nino is coming, yet they've been themselves putting in the papers that, hey guys, be careful, El Nino is going to be here, it's going to rain cats and dogs, and now we are not ready and everything. And the other thing that in the same line there, that most of the disabled students of Uganda primary examination, PLE, they could not access invigilators and help because of rain. Rain could not allow them to reach to certain places. We're talking about Buyende, those ends of Buyende. So really rain has, but again, I don't want to give an excuse of that. Of the rain? Because we knew that rain is going to be a great impediment. And we know our roads are in poor shape. Maybe it's high time now. But again,
actually, the heavy rain pour is not just affecting primary leaving examinations that are starting, but of course that is another challenge that we are having. But of course, you know this Hoima Kampala Road, the Hoima Kampala Road, the bridge, the Kafu bridge over there has also been overridden by the rain, and now people can no longer cross. Now this has caused a lot of disruption because on the other side, people are supposed to access their gardens. Now police had to intervene because people were literally risking their lives to make sure that they can be able to cross the road. And right now as we speak, there's a heavy deployment of police along that road to make sure that people don't have to cross. But this has been, River Kafu has been a challenge for quite a long time. And right now as we speak, the water levels are rising. Now this happened on Monday. But as we speak right now, the water levels have continued to rise higher and higher. That means we don't know exactly when we shall have these water levels low for people to be able to cross the road.
People cannot cross from one end to the other.
So now a particular side of the districts, of some districts, cannot be accessed.
We have helicopters. Can't we use them there to cross people from the other side?
From the other side to, I guess
because we saw the Prime Minister Robin Nabanja for her, she's using helicopter after the impassable roads from
the other side.
She just flies.
Okay.
Why don't you make roads?
I hope you have listened to Jinto's alternative. Please
get helicopters. We have them because the Prime Minister uses helicopter, and let us ferry people from one direction to another, from one end to another. Simple. Because we fail to, construct these roads. We fail to rehabilitate them all the time. There are excuses, and the thieves are also just continuing to thrive in their business. They are making. I mean, stealing now is one of those lucrative ventures. And government is looking on. Before you know it, show the work is going on, government projects and everything. So, man, until something is done, but...
Okay, Chintu, what else do we have in the top stories?
Wow, top stories. My other one, let me just dive into this amazing paper. You can get it at only 2,000 Ugandan shillings. That is the Daily Monitor. Now, Daily Monitor has a headline, and Ankole takes most government jobs. Headline. Okay. Ankole takes, I wish producer doesn't have that. Okay. But Ankole takes most government jobs. Now, I don't want to. So what is happening now? Equal Opportunity Commission's report says that 25% of the working population, Western region, was found to account for 36% of public sector jobs.
Okay. I don't know if you expect me to say something. Are you?
No, I was expecting you to join your hands together, and we thank the Western region for educating the people in that place and being more qualified.
The rest of the other regions, people, we don't have qualified people?
They're there, but I'm saying let us just thank them and congratulate them for the efforts put into really educate and nurture and to be more qualified and that they can qualify for these jobs.
Okay.
Yes, so...
I'm not going to join you into that hand clap, but all I can say is that, well, if they managed...
Every time, the more you speak, you're exposing your jealousy.
I am not exposing... Well, I was actually going to say something, but then you didn't allow me to finish.
Okay.
I was going to say that... Wobera ne mama nga yakola awantu. Okay, let me give another example. Erika, twalinga wakanga tukula ne mama wafe, but for the jobs that she wanted to get done very fast, she was not going to call the maid to get that figured out. She would be like, Genesis, I want you to do this. 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 So it was her getting the amwanguyira okutuma. Aira amwanguyira okutuma yali mwana we. Ntagenda gamba bana babalala nti jangu okola omulimu.
No wonder. Omanyi, Daily Monitor just distributed job distribution here at National Water and Sewerage Corporation. So it showed that Ankole has the biggest share of 942 jobs at National Water and Sewerage Corporation, making it 21%.
Okay, have you been to URA? Have you been to URA?
No.
Can we go into another story, Jay?
Karamoja, Sebei, Bambi.
Okay.
Bunyoro.
I think your story.
West Nile.
Let's go to another story.
We go to another story. Women are still behind in politics. Report says that. So you can get the copy of the Daily Monitor, 2,000 shillings on your stores and grab it. But not only so, inside the Busia slum rule by criminal. IGG rebukes government officials over graft rebukes. I want to hear IGG.
IGG just let everyone walk away. What are you talking about? What is IGG going to do? She's going to rebuke. She's going to make, you know what happens is, while you're this scene, you know, something is happening, we are moving this, we are trying to handle this, and then it just disappears in thin air. And it has happened like that in almost every incident that we have had. So last time I was here, I was listening to the IGG's office say they are now trying to make sure that they are opening up ways people can communicate to them until wali alikubera corrupti onetali mtu sasula sente. So that like now the emails are going to be open, they're going to be letting out phone numbers out there so that people can be able to reach them. But then I'm wondering, what kind of precedents are you setting? Because we have not seen you actually walk the talk.
Walk the talk.
I have not seen them walk the talk. I see a whole lot of talking and a whole lot of nothing done.
Her predecessor, Irene Muriagonja, said, the thieves, these victims, they are more powerful than the IGG.
Then let them leave offices. The last time you told me
when they are caught, they hide behind government.
The last time I told you that, I'm like, if you feel like office jabakuwa de tolina maanyi, gajiberamu tolina busobozi. Tolina capability, tolina se, ochajukola muchi. Jirekera abalina se.
The chairperson for human rights yagamba ati nga bamugamba agende. Sijja kugenda. Simwe mwandeeta. So I mean, eyo awo tetunnatuukawo namale. Eyo culture tetunnatuukawo bantu kukwatibwa nsonyi. N'agamba, you know what? I'm out. Awo tetunnatuukawo. Naye tunaatera. Maybe by 2080 ojja kulabanga ebintu abantu batandise okufuna ensonyi ng'oli waba akoze ekintu ng'agamba no.
Agamba olugendo tukyalina luwanvu bweru kye paka 2080. Tukyagenda ddala paka 2080. Well, there's another interesting story that I found, Chinto, about primary living examinations as the examinations were starting.
Today is day 2?
Yes, today is day 2.
And that's when they're finishing up.
Yeah, and I think the ending with the last paper being English. That will be this afternoon, this evening, to be clear. So, but as we watch these young girls and boys sit for their examinations, we are exposing some of the struggles that the country has been, that have been a challenge for the country for quite a long time, and that is the issue of teenage pregnancy. Now, in Bukedya district, Chintu, about 20 children 20 young girls sat for examinations when they were pregnant. Now, about 2 of them reported in after childbirth.
Actually, children was a right one.
Yeah, children. They're children. That is why we're calling it teenage pregnancy, because now these are girls that most of them are below the age of 15. That are getting pregnant and sitting for primary living examination. Lucky enough, the government put a policy that allows young girls to sit for exams whether pregnant or after childbirth. So nothing stops them, and that is a good policy. But still, as much as we are saying yes, this is good, and the government is now trying to invite in all these young girls offline a little bit, that you can still actually get back on board. How exactly are we going to mitigate the issue of teenage pregnancies? Because just saying they can sit for primary living examinations, just saying they can still sit for national examinations is not enough. Is not enough, because of course this is already it's a hindrance in their performance. It's a hindrance in their future, Chintu. It is a hindrance in their health. Nchomwana alina emyaka 15 is going to have a child at that age. We're now talking about reproductive health at that. So
does this pave a way for health or sexuality education? Do these kids need, is it time for us to help these kids know the reality on ground?
I think it is late. It is already too late for us to have. We should have started this like yesterday.
But again, we are grappling with should we have it in schools? Should we have it in children?
Why are
should we
we
not
even
having it?
grappling with it? Chintu, there are certain people that should have the moral authority to say we are grappling with whether we should have sexuality education done. We don't even have the right to still be questioning whether we should have it or not have it. Maybe at this point we are too late.
Maybe also we need to have a say from the religious leaders who are not in compliance with this, and the legislators that, I mean, these things should not be taught. Yet in 2018 the First Lady signed that instrument that this education is okay, is safe after research. Let us keep these kids in knowledge that they may know the dangers, because some of the kids, we think they are innocent and everything. Boy, they watch these TVs which expose them to a lot of that. Normally, sometimes I look at TV stations, and I'm afraid to switch it on with my family. I'm really afraid, because I'm like, my kid is going to look at this, my baby is going to look at this, and how am I going to explain this?
The
content out there, not censored.
The problem with that, Chintu, is that as the world evolves, these things are going to be bound to happen. Because guess what? At the end of the day, Bethany TV is a private media station. So as much as we can make a choice of the kind of content we broadcast on our TV station, we are not going to do the same for every other private media station that is out there, and of which they have the right to make a choice on the kind of content that they choose to display on their media stations. So the only thing that we can do, is actually to let these young kids aware of what is happening,
and also make
the repercussions of what that